question then has to be asked, is the requirement that they're a good shot, or is it that the requirement is that they are familiar with the area and they can pass themselves off through the checkpoints and so on and so forth?
If it's a discrete entry, then it's clearly got to be somebody who's got fieldcraft skills to the highest order, which is that you would expect of a military sniper. If, however, you're going to try to bluff your way in, then there is no soldier I know who would be able to do that.
I still think it also does lead one to this option of a two-man team. You have one sniper, and you have the SOE guy who actually provides the get-you-in service.
Would you consider an operation in Germany?
Of course I would. My German is limited.
We will combine your skills with an SOE agent who's fluent in German.
So we would go together?
The agent would facilitate getting you into the vicinity of the target so you could take the shot.
Do you have someone in mind?
A Polish POW.
I meant the target.
The target is in Bavaria, close to what was Austria, specifically an area called the Berghof.
The Berghof? Hitler's residence?
There is clearly a certain risk attendant on an operation with such a high-profile target. My first reaction was to the enormity of what this project would entail. It seemed impossible. But we have chosen the Berghof specifically because security is lax. The most decisive piece of information came from a bodyguard who said that our target takes a routine morning walk from here to a tea house here, in open ground, bordered by dense forest and without guard. Hitler is reported as telling his guards to leave him alone whilst he's walking.
What are these?
There's sentry posts here and here, but they're out of sight of the path along this turn of the path here.
And this?
A perimeter fence, but it's not electric and it's not alarmed and there's no tripwire. It's 100 to 200 yards from the path.
Are there dogs?
There is a dog patrol that clears the area before he walks, so it would be necessary.
How do we get in?
Well, it's possible to walk along this road here in disguise and then cut across the woods along the river here. Are you married?
No.
Girlfriend?
What's the situation for exfiltration?
Well, it's not France, so we would be unable to send a small plane.
I suppose it would be possible to revert to the cover of a German trooper.
Yes. I would hope so.
I think some of them knew quite well that they were going on what was their last journey. And yet this was what they were training for, and this was the sort of motivation they were working towards, and this job had to be done. And I'm given this job, I'm trusted to do it. If I don't come back, then that's it. I have to go.
The time had come to submit Operation Foxley. My job was done for the time being. The decision to go operational or shelve the plan would be made without me. But intelligence reports kept coming in. Maybe Rachel did finally believe that this wasn't just about me.
Bella? Miss Karkov? Fine. And you? When?
I have an uncle.
A junior German officer called Dieser had been captured. Maybe he could give us the last piece of the jigsaw. How to get our agents in. He said he was totally anti-Nazi and had a like-minded uncle called
Heidenthaler, who's so anti-Nazi, always has been. He's got many friends in the neighborhood.
the Berghof.
Salzburg, only 20 kilometers away, mostly shopkeepers. They are all like him, vehemently anti-Nazi. He also owns a shooting estate, 16 kilometers northeast of Salzburg, where he often goes with friends at weekends. But never his wife. She's a Nazi. He can be approached there.
Would he be willing to shelter friends of ours
Definitely.
and receive parachutists onto his land?
Why not? He knows everyone around, and the estate is huge.
There was a shift in my luck. Thornley was gone and a new man had been put in charge. Templar, a respected soldier and a supporter of assassination.
And I acknowledge there is a great divergence of views both in the desirability and the feasibility of Foxley. There is a general feeling that it is unsound, but there is also, among certain members of SOE Council, several strong advocates, and amongst the highest in the land.